My name is Alex-McCart, and I completed honours in 2018. I did honours after doing a double degree in both science and journalism. I did a double degree because I wanted to study my passions, being chemistry and writing. However, after doing this double degree, I was still unsure of what I wanted to do in both my future career and study. So I chose to do honours. Honours to me seemed like a challenge and a good way to develop my skills and get a good idea of what academia was really like. So the honours program I chose was for chemistry, and that involves a coursework and a year-long project. The coursework component basically was more complex theories from my undergrad, so things like surfactant, organometallic chemistry, and microscopy. I really enjoyed the coursework component. It was a good way to just enhance my knowledge, but the best part was definitely going to the synchrotron just across the road from Clayton campus. After coursework, I had a year-long project to complete. I worked with Dr. Boone Teo on gold silicon nanoparticles. These nanoparticles were used for ultrasound imaging and drug delivery. The idea being we have a gold core and a silica outside. The gold core is good because it's quite dense and it allows the silica particle to move through the body for more easily. And the silica is quite good because it can store therapeutics, hence the drug delivery. The gold core is also quite dense, meaning it can reflect ultrasound waves more easily, allowing for better quality medical images. So the start of my project was basically working out the way to make these particles. So I had to do a lot of research in the office, or a lot of work in the lab to basically create a simple pathway to make a lot of particles. Once I had the particles, I did a lot of collaborations with people, whether it was using the electron microscope, using ultrasound imaging, or trying to make polymers to improve the quality of this particle. Basically, it's working with a lot of different people to improve my project. By the end, we were quite happy with the ends of the project. The images we found from the ultrasound particles were quite good, whilst we also were able to store therapeutics in the silica pores. At the end of the day, honours is a very, very tough year. I can't mince words, it was one of the hardest years I have done academically. However, I would not regret it for a second. Honours just taught me so many things, the main one being independence. I learned how to run my own show. I was the manager of this project. I had to solve every problem. It was up to me to make this thing work, which this skill is so important in the workplace and so important in academia. You have to learn how to problem solve and learn how to just make things work and make things better. Honours also is great from a social standpoint. I've made so many friends that I'm still talking to today and just met so many people from the Faculty of Science that it just made me a bigger part in the Monash community and just a great way to just involve myself more. Honours is also great in terms of my skills. My laboratory skills are great now, being in the lab for such a long time, and it was just a great way for me to understand really what it takes to get a project and make it work. Honours also helped me understand what I want to do with the rest of my life. I am not cut out for academia, and I chose not to continue it as a career path. But without doing the honours for a year and being in that world for a year, I would have not known how to do this or what I wanted to do with my career. So, after taking a gap year, I am now a QC chemist at Eager Pharmaceuticals. And I know for a fact that I would not have gotten the job without honours. The honours year was allowed me to just point to a time where I was managing a project, where I was solving problems, where I was working in a lab, and it was just a good way to show that I have the skills and I could cut it in the workplace. I do recommend honours if you are unsure if you want to do and if you want a good idea of academia. It's a hard year, it's a tough year, but honestly, it was one of the great years of my life. Thank you for listening.